Hello everyone, it's me, Vivi, and welcome to a Crash Bandicoot related video. Crash on the Run, previously known as Crash Mobile, is launching on Android and iOS devices on March 25th, 2021. I guess it's not too much of a surprise since the iOS page always had stated March 25th. And the 2020 earnings call from early February, we had King's president who stated that Crash on the Run was coming next month. So with official confirmation of its release date comes a new neat little trailer. Nothing too unusual here. What might come off as new to you perhaps is having multiple characters on screen. If we take a look at the game's description on Google Play Store, it clearly indicates that the game will support multiplayer. Go running with friends in multiplayer. Up your game and join other Bandicoots on asynchronous multiplayer runs. Run the island alongside fellow customized Crash and build your own stylish Bandicoot crew. Earn in-game Crash points to climb the solo and team leaderboards for rewards. If you're wondering if I got the chance to play Crash on the Run early, I did actually. Before I share my thoughts on the game so far, let me just remind you all that by signing up early for this game, you will have access to the Blue Hyena Skin on launch day. However, I am not certain if this launch deal is available outside of North America or US even. That's something you guys will have to check yourselves. So looking at the footage I was able to capture, perhaps it's not the best footage out there, yeah, it's in portrait mode. I've seen some landscape mode vids out there, but alas, I hope I can at least get my point across with what I have to share. Crash on the Run is a runner game. It says it in the title, On the Run. The game is pretty to look at. The models aren't off-putting. Speaking of models, they did fine-tune Dingo's model from what we saw a while back. The point of this mobile game, you keep running. You tap the screen to jump. You move your finger left or right depending of which lane you want to keep running in. Yes, crates in this game hurt you if you don't spin on them. They act like legit brick walls. I think that's my only gripe so far with the game. The game is quite fun. I didn't want to stop playing. You quickly get immersed. And speaking of the game looking pretty, the soundtrack sounds fantastic. Especially the music that plays when you get 3 Aku Aku masks. As you make progress in the level, you stumble upon enemies, which in fact you'll come across a couple of times before facing the main bad guy. In this case, example, Scorporilla. Yes, this game has references to past games from the series. Heck, they go as far back as Crash Bandicoot 99X, Mr. Crumb. Yeah, that's how far they're digging into the series. Now, looking at these little guys, you need to throw nitro serums. As you get into the motion, a gauge appears on screen. I take it the more centered it is, the more bonus you get. By beating these foes, you gain XP points to level up. By leveling up, you unlock special parts, which you'll use for items in Synthesis, which will allow you to make progress in the game. You are also rewarded with a power gem, which will be used for unlocking new lands and buildings. If you ever run out of serum, Coco will prompt you to collect, say, for example, Glow Bark. To collect particular items for Synthesis, you enter a section called Collection Run. Paying close attention here, we have time trials, which consist of boost pads, and I guess it makes sense because it's a runner game. And apparently you can find hidden gems. So about these collection runs, they allow you to run through a different variant of the level. You can keep running and running until you feel satisfied. Once you're done, once you've collected enough items, you head back. I think the point of collection runs is to keep you busy. Synthesizing serums, after all, it takes time. Unless you want to use crystals to speed up the process. Speaking of crystals, yes, you can spend real money to buy some. Looking at the monetization screen, you have an option to get subscribed. You get a defined number of crystals for a limited number of days, depending on the deal you get. As you can see, every 24 hours, these items rotate. You can even get free rewards by watching ads. Yes, there are ads in this game. No, the ads don't randomly pop up while you're playing, but they do appear in specific areas. For example, when you lose, the game tells you if you want to sacrifice items to go back to the hub world, or watch the ad to restart the level with the items you already have. Yeah, if you decide to go back to the hub, you lose a serum. The whole thing with the ads in the game, I guess it's because the game is free to play after all. Yes, there's monetization, but you downloaded the app for free. And it's a typical thing. When you install free apps, you expect ads to appear. Look at the bright side. At least this game does not monetize lives, let alone having lives. You don't have lives in this game, which I guess wouldn't have been so bad, depending on how that would be utilized, of course. Stephen Jarrett confirmed back in July that there's no energy system. Energy systems typically rely on a timer, the amount of time allocated to the game daily. If you're impatient playing a mobile game with an energy system, the game would try to entice you to spend real money to quickly resume your game. So yeah, there's no such thing in Crash on the Run. As you've noticed, we have Coco on screen. Yup, you can switch between Coco and Crash before the level starts. Also, each skin in this game has some extra bonuses tied to them. Every time you use a skin, you get some different bonuses. So, guys, it's pretty much all I had to say for Crash on the Run. It is fun, and obviously it's still in its early phase. I mean, the game's gonna come out in 25 days. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. So as usual, if you have questions or anything of such sort, leave it all in the comments section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.